Hello, hello. My name is Stanisław Barszczak, and my new 100 days. On Tuesday, 17 October 2023, after 9 o'clock, the National Electoral Commission announced the official final results of voting for the Sejm with 100%. According to this data, the committees running in the election won the following percentage of votes: Law and Justice 35.38%, Civic Coalition 30.70%, Third Way 14.40%, New Left 8.61%, Confederation 7.16%, Non-Party Local Government People 1.86%, Poland is 1.73%. The percentage of votes is similar to the Senate. According to the above results, 5 parties entered the Sejm. Here is the division of seats: Law and Justice 194, Civic Coalition 157, Third Way 65, New Left 26, Confederation 18. Full data for the National Electoral Commission show that the Civic Coalition, Third Way and the Left will have a total of 248. Data from the National Electoral Commission show that as many as 66 seats were won by candidates nominated by the opposition Senate Pact. Thus, the opposition has an overwhelming advantage in the upper house of the parliament. Here is the breakdown of seats. Law and Justice 34 senators, Civic Coalition 41, Third Way 11, Left 9, Independent candidates 5 senators. The turnout in the same elections was 74.38%. In turn, the turnout in the 2023 national referendum was 40.91%, reported on Tuesday on the National Electoral Commission website. This means that the referendum result is not binding. Many people lost their positions. According to the unofficial results of the 2023 parliamentary elections, most of the seats in the new Sejm were won by Civic Coalition, Third Way and the Left. Therefore, these groups will most likely form the new government, not Law and Justice. The coalition has demands for cleaning up after the role of Law and Justice. And now what changes in state management does CO wants to introduce explanation and settlement of irregularities that occurred during the role of this Law and Justice envelope elections, holding those behind the scandals accountable, restoring the rule of law and transparency of public life, including transparency of public finances, depoliticizing institutions that should not be political, Polish television. CO promised voters, for example, the introduction of 1,500 Polish zlotys for women returning to the labor market after giving birth to a child, the introduction of a 0% loan for the purchase of a new apartment, or 600 Polish zlotys subsidy for renting an apartment for young people. During the campaign, the Civic Coalition also emphasized the need to unblock European Union funds, including funds from the National Reconstruction Plan. The formation also went to the election with promises addressed directly to women: emergency contraception without the prescription or legal abortion up to 12 weeks of pregnancy. The economic demands included the reversal of changes introduced by the Polish order related to health insurance premiums. Co also wants to depoliticize schools. For example, a salary increase for teachers was also announced. The election promises of the Third Way, the committee created by the Polish People's Party, PSL, and Polska 2050, include declaration regarding the method of taxing interpreters. The party promised that it would not introduce CIT, VAT, and PIT increases throughout the term. If tax changes do occur, they should be introduced at least 6 months in advance, before the new tax year. On points regarding the right to abortion, the Third Way promised, among other things, reversing the changes introduced in the Polish Constitutional Tribunal's judgment of 2020. As the further liberalization of this law, the duo of Kosiniak-Kamysz and Szymon Hołownia want to organize a referendum of this matter. 6% is allocated to the education system. The formation also announces the introduction of our 1 hour of English language in the school a day from the first grade, changes to the core curriculum, and the politicization of schools. The Liberal Party of the New Left wants to introduce the right to terminate a pregnancy up, I said, to the 12th week, depending solely on the woman's decision. The formation also promised to introduce the institution of civil partnership regardless of gender into the Polish system. What connects both parties may be drawing attention to the role of the education system. The left's program includes, for an example, provision regarding of sudden increase in salaries at universities, and the introduction of a universal scholarship system for all people up to 26 years of age, continuing the education scholarship of 1,000 per month Polish zlotys. The left also wants to increase the percentage of expenditure from the state budget on research and development to 3% of GDP. In the area of housing, we can find one of the most strongly promoted points of the left's electoral program. In its election program, the party declared, in the years 25-29, we will build 300,000 modern apartments for cheap rent as part of the national housing program. Quote end. The left also wants to increase the level of state budget spending on health care. In program formation, we will also find points about the need hold to the law and justice government accountable. Who will save Poland? Dear brothers and sisters, who know? Tusk or Kaczynski, or maybe neither of them. Women believe in Tusk's power. Older people believe in Kaczynski. Young people believe in none of them. The gender difference is quite striking. Jarosław Kaczyński is chosen by men slightly 1.2 times more often than Donald Tusk. Kaczynski wants only older people. Tusk is more balanced. Tusk is from the city. Kaczynski is rather from the countryside and the church. In the following years of law and justice role, Jarosław Kaczyński increasingly reaches out to the people's electorate. Donald Tusk, with his message and his political personality reaches more modernized social circles, residents of larger cities, and people unrelated to the institution of the Catholic Church. Women are a chance for the opposition. Men always support autocrats. Women are more democratic. Let me remind you that in the 2020 United States elections, women voted with a significant advantage of 57 to 42% for the Joe Biden, and men with a slightly smaller 53 to 45% on Donald Trump. Will the young give Poland back to the old people? The left party is going to the government. The traitorous PSL may as well. The third way dives under the threshold. Third way with a great result in the elections, the 14%. The attitude of young people hides the Confederation's reserves because Szymon Hołownia's Polska 2020 is not an obstacle for the party leaders and is not yet able to take on the role of an anti-system party, especially after merging with PSL, the oldest Polish party and its leader